Stop getting OTF tattoos. Stop getting 4PF chains at Walmart. Just stop all of this shit, bro. They don't know you, dog. They don't fucking know you. Welcome back, and thanks for chilling with your boy again. And today, we're going to be talking about stan culture and toxic fan bases all summer through 2024 and now coming towards the fall. And I think it's going to head over into winter and 2025. Stan culture is going to be on the rise way more now. And I kind of have this weird theory on why stan culture is so strong today. I'm not going to take full credit for this theory. I feel like everybody is thinking about it at this point. But I want to first get into like what are toxic fandoms and what is basically stan culture. Toxic fandoms are basically groups of people who share a common celebrity, artist, interest, or work of media. So say you're a fan of goddamn Dr. Scholl's foot insoles and you think they are the best insoles in the fucking world. Now, another competitor comes out with another insole and you go out your way to trash that competitor on the behalf of Dr. Scholl insoles. And the thing is, Dr. Scholl's insoles don't know you. They just look at you like a dollar sign. That is what a toxic stan or a toxic fan basically look like. Stan culture been around since the beginning of fucking time. This is where I start doing my comparisons on where do we find stan culture in time. I mean, for me, it's always been around since the beginning of time. It's been more and more prevalent in the music industry. We all know Eminem have a song called Stan on how he's writing from a point of view of a obsessed fan who really wants to meet him and who really thinks he relates to Eminem in his music. Seeing what Michael Jackson did in the 80s, 90s, why is stan culture so bad? Stan culture is only getting bad because at this point, people are defending and trashing or trying to assassinate niggas' characters that they don't know. Like, they really don't know. I have a great example for this. Let's think about it, right? What Boondocks did with R. Kelly, that was a great example of stan culture where people were saying that R. Kelly did not pee on a 14-year-old girl. Boondocks paint that shit in such a good light that niggas was fighting outside of the courthouse because half of the niggas was out on R. Kelly's side saying he didn't do it, and the other half of niggas was just like, he did do it. It's video evidence. And they just start fighting in the middle of the courthouse, which is funny as hell. And it is over dramatic, but that's how it is today. I don't even really want to talk about this shit. But if we look at the most recent thing that just happened, that's part of stan and toxic culture, the Drake and Kendrick beef, for sure, right? Let's be real. It was so much shit that came out against Drake, and it's not really hard evidence of saying if he is a pedo or not, right? We only could assume to like what's in front of us and how he acts in the public, just the same as Kendrick. Like we could only assume what they really think on how they act in public and what do they say in their music. When I see niggas like trying to defend Drake on not being a pedo is so fucking hilarious because every time that shit happens, I just see either the clip or the screenshot of this man touching on a 17-year-old girl at his concert. And they always bring up the fact that she said that it was okay from her. Like, that doesn't make it any better, dog. He was what, 23 at the time? She was like 17. To be real, it's a double-edged sword. Like, two things could be true at one time. One, yes, he didn't know her age, but two, why he didn't ask her age. It's like that simple. And another thing is true. His posse could have really got her out the crowd, but why he didn't ask her age? That's the first thing that people should really do. I mean, like, I know, granted, it was before the R. Kelly situation and everything was happening, so people didn't have that higher level of consciousness to ask people how old they are before they did shit on stage, like, you know, twerk on a fan or something. You feel me? Like something crazy. I'm not really even gonna say I could give him the benefit of the doubt for that, but crazier shit happened on stage. Kendrick let a white girl come on stage and say nigga. Like let's be real. Let's be really critical here, bro. Like, let's be real critical. And that's the thing that we're losing with stan culture. Niggas cannot be critical of their favorite artists. Their favorite artists can do no wrong in their eyes. And that is very dangerous, bro. I wouldn't even say this is a Tupac Biggie shit all over again, because that really insulted like violence at some point in time. As I was hearing, I wasn't there, nigga. I was born in 99. I would say stan culture now is not getting that serious, but down the line it could. Right now it's just like an all-out stan war, bro. You see You see Nicki stans going after Kendrick stans. You see Kendrick stans going after Drake stans. You see Drake stans going after Jay-Z stans. It's so funny just scrolling on Twitter and just watching all of this shit go down. Like, you will see something new reveal about Drake, or you'll see something new reveal about Kendrick, and it'll either be automatic defense from stans or all automatic like gloating from stans. Either one. If it's good news, they're gloating the fuck out of it. If it's something bad or something critical, automatic defense. It's just straight automatic defense. They don't know you, dog. Like, that's the whole thing about it. Niggas still be looking at artists and shit like messiahs. I see now people is having a higher level of consciousness and seeing now, oh, celebrities now is just us, nigga, just more money. Like, that's all the fuck it is, bro. I know back before social media, people was looking at celebrities with this higher regard. Like, they had hella power and they had like unlimited shit that they could do for real. But now when we're seeing the reality of it and going and seeing shit go down in real time, we be like, oh, these niggas really haven't been doing nothing for real. He's just a freaky ass billionaire. It's like, that's all it is. You feel me? He's just a weird nigga with a lot of money. That's all it is, bro. But niggas be looking at him like, oh, Kendrick can do no wrong in my eyes. Oh, Drake, he's like, shut up, dog. How can Kendrick do no wrong in your eyes, bro? He has a whole album for himself accepting his own flaws. How can you say he do no wrong in your eyes? Niggas say he cheated on his wife with a white woman, bro, multiple times. Is that not doing wrong in your eyes? Like, let's be fucking real. This nigga even made a whole song about that shit. But I don't even want to be too critical on the audience in this. I also want to be critical on the artists as well, because they enable this shit. I'm getting more critical on Kendrick's side because I'm seeing a lot more, because I'm a fan of Kendrick's for sure, and I'm gonna get into the different levels of like how toxic a fan could really be. But I'm a fan of his music for sure. I listened to his music since he first came out with Overly Dedicated. I like it. Like I said, he's my favorite artist of all time. He's my number one. Anybody asks, is just Kendrick. But that's the thing. I have him as my number one artist. I still see him as a human being. I still see him with flaws. Dog, when he made that whole album that everybody say bumps is just full of Black Israelite ideologies. You could believe in whatever you want to believe in. That's not the bad case. The thing is, it's just like, we get it, bro. It's the same thing with what Kanye was doing. And that's the same thing with Kanye fans. They couldn't take that critique on when he was saying everything about the Jewish community and everything that he was portraying on the Jewish community. Same thing could be with Kendrick, bro. He could say the same shit and it could all be over, bro. He could just be like, yeah, bro, I just think, blacks is the founding people of Israel. And it could be all over for him right then and there. That's a flaw, dog. Like, that's really a flaw. I'm not saying that he's right or wrong in his own beliefs. I mean, it's his beliefs. He could be right or wrong in it. It doesn't matter. Is it something very dangerous to believe in? Yes, it is, I would say. I mean, that's just him. And people saying that's not a flaw is kind of insane, and not really thinking critically of the guy that really thinks critically of himself a lot. You don't have to go out your way to defend this nigga, dog. If you like his music, you like his music. It's okay, bro. It's still a lot of weirdo ass niggas out here bumping R. Kelly. It's still niggas out here watching the Cosby Show, bro. I feel like you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be just fine if you listen to Drake, nigga. Nobody really gives a damn. Let's get into the different levels of fandom though, because I feel like everybody is just using the word stan around too many times. Like, if I see somebody say something good about Kendrick and they'll just call him a stan or a K-bot or whatever, if they make a good point, how are they a stan? If somebody says something about Drake and they made a good point, how are they a stan? If they really haven't talked about Drake like that, or if they just, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you know they don't really talk about Drake like that and you see it on a social platform and they make a critical thought about it, how are they a stan for that? How are they a K-bot? You feel me? The different levels of fandom is just basically you have your first casual fans. Everybody know casual fans. They enjoy the content. They follow the updates and they keep a balanced view on, the music that's out there. And they wouldn't hold this person that they casually like to a high regard to where like, oh man, this the best shit. This the best shit ever. Like they don't do that. Casual fans is like, I'm a casual fan of Rocky. I wouldn't say Rocky makes the greatest music of all time, because critically, if we think logically and we hear the music that he put out, he doesn't. But do he put out slaps? Oh hell yeah. Do he have classics? Yes, 100%. But people will take what I just said about Rocky and hear that I just called him, he's not the greatest of all time or whatever. And then ASAP Mob stands or ASAP Rocky fans is gonna come out the woodworks and just start attacking me. Then you have your dedicated fan. Now you have fans that know a lot about, you know, the content or, you know, the artist or celebrity, participates in active community but still maintains boundaries. That's a key word right there. Boundaries. So you'll still be a fan. You could go to the person's tours, you could see him on shows, you could buy their merch, but you still have that boundary of saying, okay, he's just an artist, he's just in person. Now you have your stans, which invest significant time and energy into following their favorite celebrity, media become more emotionally involved. Now with this, it could go both ways. I feel like there's people who do get emotionally involved with the artist, that have a parasocial relationship with the artist and still think critically of the artist and still have an independent mind from the hive mentality of this nigga core fan base. Like, for a person to relate to somebody in music, especially, you really have to feel what they feel at the time, like making these tracks, to actually connect with it in some sort of way. Dark Side of the Moon with Lil Wayne and Nicki, you not hitting them folks to that song. Like, you're not gonna be doing that. You're not connecting to that song in that way. Is there songs that's supposed to make you feel happy, lit, dance? Yeah, for sure, of course. But there's also songs that you connect in a way emotionally to where, like, damn, the artist been through this shit too. That's tough. Now I relate to him. Now I fuck with his vibe a little bit. Now I'm getting to know the artist more through his music. So now the artist is telling me who he is through this, I will call it a secured lens, to where he's not telling you everything about him, but he's just telling you some of these instances that he went through and what changed him as a person. Or just like with Drake with Redemption, or you have Cole, oh my god, with what's that song that he made for his mom on KOD? I forgot what it was. Oh my god, it's an interlude. That shit is so tough, bro. That song there, I ain't gonna lie, that Cole song with that interlude when he was talking about his mom, bro, I cried. I felt it, bro. I became a new level of Cole fan at that point, bro. Like, I had so much more crazier respect for Cole. When it comes to the music space, I get it. It's mixed emotions connecting emotionally to an artist. People just don't think like, oh man, I just need my music to make me sing and dance, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I just need an upbeat record and that's about it. Music is more deep than that though. Music always have to hit you spiritually. Music always fed the soul. I love music. So I always like to talk about it. I'm also losing the plot. Let's go back into like the levels of stanness. So toxic stans act aggressively towards anyone who criticizes or disagrees with their ideals, sometimes engaging in harassment or doxing, which is a lot that's going on right now in internet culture. It's a lot of harassment and doxing from stans, from toxic stans. Especially, I would say, I'm not even gonna call them out. I'm not even gonna do that. I'm not even gonna put myself in that situation. Why would I even? I was about to call out a whole fan base, bro. Start a whole war on myself is insane, bro. Nah, I ain't doing that. I almost got myself caught the fuck up. This is where the level of fandom gets misconstrued, right? People will be like, I'm not a toxic stan, but when you say something like, I don't like For All My Dogs, or I think For All My Dogs is Drake's worst album, if you say that, then it's just like, why? You give valid reasons why you say it's a bad album, and people just disagree with you, like with your own opinion and your own points that you made. That's valid points that you put in. Like, oh, I just feel like the production sound a little sloppy. I don't like the subject matter in this album, or it has a lack of subject matter in this album. Like, I don't like that so much. And niggas will really like give out your address and wish death on you because you hate the album, or you just don't like the album as much as they do. But common toxic behaviors is definitely canceling, like cancel culture. Cancel culture always, I'm not gonna say it's always been a thing, but some people get canceled for good reasons. I can say that some people do get canceled and left behind in the early 2010s trends in the 2000s and the 90s. Like Roseanne, she needed to get left behind, bro. As much as I love Roseanne's show, and as much as I wanted that rerun, it's just like, nah, man, it's not the same no more, dog, because she's racist. But toxic fans may engage in cancel culture, trying to silence or ruin reputations of anyone who criticizes their favorite artist or figure, which is also really, really true. Or they will even try to cancel people who don't like their favorite artists, like with this beef shit that's going on. People have been trying to cancel Kendrick for a minute now, especially academics. It's getting so out of hand. Like, you niggas, y'all don't have to choose sides, bro. Y'all fucking civilians, just like me. Y'all don't have to choose a side. Y'all could like Kendrick and y'all could like Drake both at the same time. If y'all want not like us to stop being played and shit, stop talking about it. Stop complaining about it. Just let that shit die. That's why that shit keep on going like top 10 on Billboard charts, because people keep on bringing that shit back up. As much as you're tired of it, I'm tired of it as well. But they'll also do overzealous defensiveness, which, you know, I already probably explained that enough. But just to get into a little more deeper, is even mild criticism is met in strong backlash where fans feel personally attacked if their favorite is questioned. So if you just question the favorite, right? Just like when I say something that's right, let's just say, damn, Drake dropped about 16 songs, none of them hit top 10. That's really an anomaly, because Drake would probably, out of 14 songs or 16 songs, one of them will have to at least strike top 10. I'm not saying the songs was bad. I'm making an observation. And with that observation can come backlash. And another thing is, this is nothing to do with the beef, but I have problems with niggas like this, and y'all need to stop this shit. And that is gatekeeping. Like, fuck y'all gatekeeping for. Y'all don't want y'all favorite to eat, nigga? And it's just like, not even gatekeeping artists, bro. It's gatekeeping everything. Bro, one homie, bro, I love that nigga to death, but he'll gatekeep every fucking restaurant. Nigga will be at a fire ass restaurant and then tag McDonald's in that bitch. Nigga, we know that shit ain't McDonald's, bro. Just let us know, bro. Like, let us bring more profit to the business. Like, you're being I'm not even gonna say that, but you know what you acting like, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, let a nigga eat out here, bro. You got that fat ass bowl of ramen that look good as hell. Let a nigga try some. Niggas is like, we gotta gatekeep Lucky, bro. Like, we don't want him to be too big. Y'all don't want that nigga to have money. Y'all don't want that nigga to eat good, feed his fam. Y'all want y'all artists to suffer. Fuck is y'all talking about, man? I'll be shedding my ego so much to where I ask a nigga to put me onto a song, bro. Do you know how crazy it is to ask a nigga to put me onto a song instead of Shazamming that bitch in the back seat? Nigga, that means I respect you as a person and I want you to put me on, bro. I want you to have that. I want you to say, yeah, I put this nigga onto that song. Or like, I want to give you that, bro, because like you playing some heat right now. But nah, you want to be a bitch, bro. You want to gatekeep. So now I'm Shazamming that bitch in your back seat. Fuck you gonna do about it? And you're gonna hear it. You're gonna hear that shit too in my next Instagram story. You're gonna be pissed. All right, let me chill. Let me stop venting for a minute. Let's get into the facts on why toxic fan bases can be so harmful. Let's give an example. Earlier this week, I don't even know when I'm finna put this video out. Fuck. I'll say around like the 25th, right? Aiden had went on stream with akademiks, and nigga who just got out of jail that's in Canada top 5, and he was pushing violence and saying that he was gonna kill Kendrick and he was going to slap him and shit, and he was taking homework on everybody that was in the Not Like Us video. Just corny shit. Like, nigga, if you gonna blow that gun, nigga. If you not, you just got that shit for the fashion. Throw that shit out the window, nigga. Like, bro, fuck out of here. Like, I'm sorry, I just hate niggas that just be talking. Like, if you gonna do it, just do it. So he just got off of murder. He was on Aiden and academic stream and shit, saying he was gonna kill Kendrick, he was gonna slap him, whatever, if he go to Toronto or whatever. I would say with Aiden, it's more about Aiden than top 5 saying that, because we all know he said it. It's whatever. It's more about Aiden and academics, right? Of course they choosing sides. They're Drake glazers. They like Drake. They're toxic Drake stans. And I understand they might have a personal relationship to, like that nigga more or whatever. You letting a nigga push violence on another nigga on your platform. I feel like you just have no respect for your fan base and your platform, and you're harming yourself and you're harming the individuals that's like kind of involved in this shit now. Like, you're putting top 5 in harm's way, which he just don't give a fuck. Either way, if he cares or not, he's putting himself in harm's way by saying that. You're putting Kendrick in harm's way and everybody who's around him in harm's way of this nigga that said he was going to kill him over a song, which is kinda and you're putting yourself and academics in harm's way by pushing violence on a live stream, dog. Do you not understand that? That's why that nigga Aiden got the retaliation that he got, saying that he was banned from LA. Nigga, I say that shit too. Like, he didn't check him or nothing. granted, he was probably scared in that situation. I mean, he didn't look scared. Nigga was laughing and smiling like that shit was a joke. You can't be promoting violence on shit like that. That's just like, I wouldn't say it's self-destructing. It's definitely dumb shit. Cause now you got a response that you didn't like. Nigga said you was banned from LA. You doubled down and say you was gonna get security to smack the shit out of him. All right, bro. You gonna hold that down. Security gonna smack them. Security get popped every day. Now you want to sue. That nigga Drake was giving this nigga powers, bro, through like just not even talking to him. Nigga was talking that hot shit and he's not even involved in this beef. He's just getting himself involved and in harm's way. That's what toxic stans do. Toxic stans put themselves in harm's way of their favorite artists just so he won't get hit with a bullet, metaphorically. So fandoms can create a hostile environment, driving away people who may have valid opinions or critique. They also contribute to a culture of harassment where it becomes acceptable to attack others online over different viewing points. This can damage reputation of fandoms as a whole and lead to negative consequences for celebrities or artists they are trying to protect. Ultimately, it undermines the purpose of being a fan, to enjoy the support, the content of a person they admire. It's okay to admire a person. It's okay to look up to somebody as a role model into the field that you want to be in. If you want to be an artist and you want to look up to Drake, that's fine, 100%. If you're a basketball player and you want to look up to KD, you want to look up to Bron, you want to look up to Steph, that's fine, 100%. But when you start saying dumb shit and you start harassing niggas, that's when it gets okay, my nigga. Like, come on, bro. My nigga, you just said Steph Curry could dunk on Shaq, bro. Like, let's be real. Steph Curry is a phenomenal player, a once in a generation type of player, but you just say he could dunk on Shaq. Like, let's be fucking realistic here. And it's just like, at this point on, as the internet grows, this shit is just gonna get worse and worse. And my whole theory, I didn't even get into the theory yet. Like, that's how long I was ranting about this. But my whole theory is that we only have these toxic fan bases because of COVID. Now, let's not forget lockdown, right? Lockdown, everybody was inside. Everybody wasn't really seeing family like that. Or if you did have family, like, if one of y'all got sick, y'all had to isolate for like 2 weeks. And, you know what I'm saying? You didn't have a lot of interactions and a lot of human connections. So what we had to do, we had to build not physically communities outside, but also online communities to where like we feel safe and we feel like our opinions are validated within those communities. That's why social media, just like I wouldn't even say social media, just like how Twitter just implemented the community pages, so where you have like your Kendra group or whatever group you're in, bro. You want to start a group, a community full of gooners, go ahead and do that. Like you could just do shit like that now, just like Facebook. I think Facebook was like one of the first places to do that. Well, nah, Reddit was. I'm sorry, Reddit was built off of that. But I mean, other than that, Facebook came into play with it, and then, you know, more and more social media outlets are doing it. Yeah, I think it's just because of that. Like, everybody wanted like that community space to where they could just be themselves, and around COVID couldn't really do that. You was just in the house. So we all turned to like TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, just social media to just fill that void of not going outside or not being able to work or not being able to have physical human interaction. So now that's why we're seeing a whole rise in toxic fan bases, because of niggas just don't want to go outside anymore, or niggas just want to just be only a part of that online community where they only feel right, you know, or like where they only have that one shared opinion. You could be a fan without going into the toxicity. Just be open to different opinions. If somebody criticizes your favorite artist, just let them be critical of it, bro. Like, I think one thing that I seen on Twitter was Kendrick make funny voices, and I'm just like, okay, I can understand where he's coming from. He doesn't like Kendrick's sound. That's his opinion. I can't really argue with him there. But I'm just saying, like, just like every other hip hop artist or musician or any vocal artist, their voice is their fucking instrument, dog. So they're gonna use as many tones, or they're gonna use their vocal range to their full advantage and try to make different types of songs and captivating songs than just making the same song over and over and over and over and over again. Those are just critiques. You could take those critiques, you could apply it with something else. You could have your own reasoning on why you don't think that's true, and we could just have a stalemate there. But niggas saying Kendrick got a funny voice is crazy. Knowing that niggas listen to Cardi, Uzi, Young Thug, but granted, niggas think they sound better on track and have probably better beat selection than Kendrick, which I can't really argue with that. I mean, that's your opinion. If you think that, then it is what it is. Like, you just can't argue with niggas and their opinions. That's the whole thing about separating a diehard fan to like a toxic stan. Like, a toxic stan will try to defend this nigga's sound and how he sounds and how it's better than everybody else's sound and shit. A diehard fan would just be like, I like his sound. I wouldn't say it's really different from, you know what I'm saying, X, Y, and Z. Or I wouldn't say it's real, or I would say X, Y, and Z do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick just do it a little different. It's probably not as good. You probably don't think is as good, but I think it's like, you know what I'm saying, around the same level or just a little under. You feel me? Personally, me, when it comes to like vocal and tones, that nigga Cardi got that shit all the way, bro. That nigga took that shit to a different level. I feel like, I'm not gonna say Kendrick started the whole changing flows, voices, funny voices type shit. I would definitely say for me, it was Thug. Thug really paved the way for that shit, and then just everybody just started going crazy. But another thing is don't engage in harassment. That should be odd. Don't harass anybody just because they think another artist is bad. If they think Vanilla Ice is the greatest rapper of all time, bro, leave them be. Niggas is not gonna always like what you like. Another big thing is maintaining boundaries. Understanding that celebrities and influencers are people of their own lives, bro. That's a big one. Like, niggas don't hear that enough. Maintain boundaries. I see niggas right now getting that OTF tattoo, nigga. If you in that shop, nigga, getting an OTF tattoo or an Odd Future tattoo still in 2024, nigga, hang that bitch up. Get something else. If you got Only the Family on your arm right now, get that shit covered. If you got a 4PF chain, put that shit in a pawn shop. Maintain. They don't know y'all niggas. Y'all not part of gang. Y'all fans, bro. Y'all fans. And I'm saying this with a Dreamville hoodie on right now. I just noticed I got a Dreamville hoodie on, but that's different. This is merch, bro. A 4PF chain, like an actual chain, bro, is crazy. Tattoos, crazy. Like, I understand, like, if you connect with a nigga lyrics, get lyrics tattooed. Fuck, it don't matter. You could say it's a quote at the end of the day. Y'all getting 4PF chains and tattoos. Y'all getting slime tattoos. Y'all doing the slime shit and y'all not even slime. Y'all niggas screaming sniper gang, murder gang, but y'all not that. Y'all screaming homicide gang, y'all not that. Y'all screaming opium, y'all not that. Y'all civilian. It's cool to be civilian. It's cool to be civilian. I promise you. I promise you. You do not have to feel like you fitting in. You ain't got a lot to kick it, bro. It's okay. It's really okay, bro. It's really okay. I can understand. You connect with the nigga. Like, you like this nigga music. You feel like you can relate to this nigga. Y'all from the same hood. I'm like 15 minutes away from Glenwood Road. Gang, I don't give a fuck about 21 Savage. I don't care. Like, if that nigga go to jail today, my pockets is still gonna be alright. It's not that deep. If I meet the nigga, then cool. Then we could have a cool relationship, whatever. But right now, I don't give a damn about him. I don't give a damn about Kendrick for real. If that nigga go to jail today for doing whatever, that's on him. Y'all think I'm gonna be, oh, nah, my favorite artist got arrested. I need to bail this nigga out. That's dumb. Y'all niggas is stupid. Go back to school. Go to JUCO. Go to junior college. Please. Get something for yourselves, man. Please. Y'all have too much time on y'all hands to be hanging off of these artists' balls like this, man. Y'all swinging from thigh to thigh on they nuts. Stop it. Please. Let me go on to the next point, because I can rant about maintaining boundaries all fucking day. Now, this falls into the point that I made before about Aiden Ross and shit, about pushing violence on his platform. Promote positive discussion. Positive discussion is to see, like, oh, let's have a little light discussion on who have the better discography, or let's compare niggas top 10 and who's a common person in everybody's top 10 or top 5. That's a positive discussion. Or have a positive discussion about niggas' album. If you don't feel like a nigga album is that good, say, hey, why you don't like that nigga album? Oh, I don't like this song or this song. Oh, I could agree with that. And then give your points on why you think it's a good positive album. It don't have to go to doxing and death threats. It's never that deep. And I promise you this today, in like 2 to 3 weeks, not even 2 to 3 weeks, I would say even in the next week, we might find one of these niggas trending again. We might even find one of these niggas trending again in the next 30 minutes. I'm with Tyler, the Creator, on this shit. I be seeing so much negative shit online. It's insane. Why can't we just push positivity, bro? Why negative shit gotta sell all the time? Positive shit can sell too. In conclusion, it's just like, be yourself, bro. You don't have to be emotionally invested to be a fan with nigga music. You could disagree with their ideologies and still be a diehard fan of them. You could disagree with these niggas. Y'all gotta stop attacking these niggas, bro. They just trying to have a healthy dialogue sometimes, dog. Some of these niggas, yeah, they be wilding, but just ignore those comments. It's just that simple at the end of the day, bro. I don't know how else to explain this shit, but hey, man, it is what it is. But I'm gonna see you guys next time. Peace out.